I'm the gal behind Lucky Lady Quilt Co. and welcome back. This is the third video in our workshop renovation series. So what we're basically doing is turning our backyard workshop into my dream sewing studio, craft space, and Kevin can also use it for his wood shop and all things projects. So in the previous two videos, I had talked about what we want the space to look like and kind of the design plans. And we also put in drywall, sanded, painted. What else did we do? Oh, installed sliding glass doors, which was terrifying, but happily worked out. And then now we can finally move on to adding the tongue and groove to the ceiling, which might be what I'm most looking forward to. So yeah, let's get into it. Now that the glass door is in, we're finally gonna work on putting in the tongue and groove wood panels, and I am a little terrified, but I'm so excited for them to finally be in place and not just in the corner. Also, shockingly, it was cheaper for us to go with cedar wood planks than it was for us to go with pine, but I'm okay with that. Apparently cedar helps repel fabric eating pests, so I might just try and use as much cedar as possible. So much wood. So I kind of threw down at Home Depot and ended up spending, I think, around $600 on the tongue and groove planks. We had 24 packs, and then we also bought this stuff, which I'm gonna put the name on the screen of what it is, but basically you fill this little unit with chalk, and then you get this string covered in the chalk, so then when you spread it from one end to the ceiling to the other and basically just smack it against the ceiling, it'll leave this chalk line. So it's really cool in the sense that you can mark where the joists are. So that was so helpful just in general for the tongue and groove, because every joist we ended up using the brad nail to secure it to the ceiling. So in a preparation to put up the tongue and groove, Kevin and I went through the entire room and found all of the joists and then did the weird little string chalk trick. And it helped so much and probably saved us a ton of time. This is what it looks like. I was kind of nervous it was gonna, I don't know, just make blue chalk go everywhere on the walls, which it kind of did, but it wasn't too bad. This is basically the technique that Kevin and I followed for the entire tongue and groove installation. We each were on our own separate ladder, and then we would we would take the brad nailer and then each place the nails where the joists were. The tricky part was when you started adding additional tongue and groove planks, because you needed to stagger them, and then you also had to fit them into each other, which was always complicated because there would be like weird wood knots that would be getting in the way. Anywho, doing maybe like 3 feet of the planks took at least 2.5 hours. Like this right here probably took 2.5 hours, 3 hours maybe, just to put up the wood. I definitely underestimated how long this entire ceiling would take, but totally worth it. So in the last video, I was talking about how there are so many black widows in Salt Lake. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. They're literally everywhere. Hopefully with the clutter gone, there'll be less spiders, but right now I'm like nervous to touch anything out here without gloves on. It's crazy. Hi. It's beautiful. Now that we finally got to a place in the ceiling where we are hitting the light fixture and the chimney insert, we need to take it all off and out of the ceiling. So first things first, we removed the light fixture, and then Kevin ended up rigging it so we were able to still have light, but it was attached to the outlets that were like the floor outlets, which happily it worked really well. But oh my god, I severely underestimated how difficult it would be to remove this chimney insert. The previous homeowners had used the workshop as their basic, it was like a mechanic shop. I think they were making old vintage car parts, and they were heating the room with this really old school stove, and it ended up attaching all the way through the ceiling and then out the roof. And this is what it looks like up in the attic. So I've never seen anything like it or even worked with anything like it. So figuring out how to remove it was a struggle, to say the least. I pretty much acted as the assistant, and Kevin took it on himself to attempt to remove this thing. And eventually we just tried to saw it out of the ceiling. So we were thinking that the part that was stuck in the roof going through the attic would stay where it was, and then we would just be able to cut this like square piece off. And once I saw the sparks flying from the ceiling, I had to take a peek in the attic, and it was lightly terrifying. I ran to get a fire extinguisher, so I was hanging out of the attic with my fire extinguisher, and this is the view that I was looking at. Happily, nothing caught on fire, which I'm also very relieved that attic insulation is not flammable. But yeah, eventually it worked, and the piece ended up falling out of the ceiling and onto Kevin, but he was okay. But yeah, this might have been the hardest part of the entire process. Workshop build, all of it. It was so wild. It is spooky season, and it's honestly my favorite time of the entire year. I am gonna have these guys climbing on the roof and the front porch, so I'm gonna go hang them up. But today is full rainy day. Here, I'll show you if I can whip the camera around one sec. Anywho, it is full rainy day, so we've been in the workshop and finally removed everything. Get out of the pumpkins! Get out! Oh, hi! Oh, no. Now that we are at least a third of the way through the tongue and groove ceiling, Kevin and I had the entire process down pretty well. We pretty much would take one of the planks, and then we would have to make sure that it was staggered properly from the plank that it was joining, and then pretty much just follow that same process. Happily, we have the miter saw, which was a lifesaver and allowed us like a really quick and easy way to cut all of the planks to stagger them. But Kevin came up with the best idea to add 2x4s to the attic door to kind of make it a little bit more invisible, but still usable. Hopefully we don't need to go back up in the attic, but if we do, it'll be really easy. It's gonna be our last day.
Last day.
Now that our tongue and groove project is coming to an end, I realize that the safety glasses are necessary. They will be your best friend during any type of tongue and groove project. But yeah, we ended up actually only having 3 individual wood planks left over, which I was so relieved by. I didn't want to have any extras, and financially it was such a treat that we only had 3 extra boards left.
We did it!
As a way to celebrate and also a way to take a much needed break, we went back up to the mountains to go catch the end of the fall leaves, and we caught a really nice rainbow. But yeah, it's so fun to go up in the mountains, and I do love Salt Lake for being so close to this. But anywho, if you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching and for tagging along on our grueling tongue and groove extravaganza. I am very excited that we are nearing the finish line, at least for the workshop renovation, and then soon we're going to be able to build out the furniture and go shopping and all of that fun stuff. So thank you again for tagging along. If you really like this video, I'd love it if you would like and even subscribe to the channel to catch the next video of our workshop renovation, and I hope to see you there. Thanks. Bye.